Hello, I am Xarkun. This is Emile Guprat, French commander in World of Warships Legends. Been a long time since I featured him in a video. I'm using him on the Tier 7 premium French battleship, Jean Bart. Everybody's favorite ship, I know. This is kind of the ultimate fire prevention build, you see. In the first row of skills there, we've got not one for the nuisance, minus 8% to the risk of catching on fire. And then down here we've got firefighter, minus an additional 5% risk of catching fire. And fire, of course, is one of the main weaknesses of the Jean Bart. You see we have Admiral Hipper as our lane commander as an inspiration to reduce burning damage to the ship by 5.5%. And, you know, we're going to take this build out in the Jean Bart. We're going to see how it works out. Jean Bart is, of course, an excellent ship for flanking, and Emile Guprat's base trait, not bad either. Plus 3% maximum battleship speed. So, with those little factors of the build out of the way, let's jump into the game and see what we can do. We're going to be on the map North. It's a domination mode game. Of course, we're in the Jean Bart. I know, it's everybody's favorite ship. I said that, I think, when I was talking about Guprat, didn't I? A lot of people say this ship is overpowered. To those of you who say that, I say this ship has two glaringly big weaknesses. Number one, it's got a gigantic superstructure that loves to eat HE penetration damage and also start on fire, thus the anti-fire build that I've got going for Guprat. It's a build that some of the defensive battleship commanders across the other nations' lines are also capable of achieving, and it's something I may test on some other lines moving forward. But, you know, there's fire, HE shell penetration damage into the superstructure, not to mention AP shell penetration damage into the superstructure, and not just the AP from battleship guns. We're going to meet a Fiji in a little bit, and you're going to be able to see just what nasty things he can do to me when I'm presenting a bit of a broadside angle to him, or at least more of a broadside angle than I should be. The other weakness on the Jean Bart that is easily exploitable is, of course, the squishiness of the turrets. If you shoot at those things with a battleship, then there's a good chance you're going to disable them temporarily or permanently. Of course, the Jean Bart can also do things like land a citadel, like that on the Fiji out there. He is hurting now, but he wants us to taste a little bit of his pain there. And just take a look. I'm not really completely broadside to this guy at all. I'm presenting a little bit of an angle, and I'm tightening it up now because, I mean, you saw just how much armor-piercing damage that guy's shells did. Jean Bart superstructure, not fantastic for deflecting damage. You got one of these in front of you, you shoot it in the superstructure, or you shoot for its guns. A lot of people say it's overpowered, but, you know, here I am, Xarkun, coming at you with another controversial opinion. Sorry, I might have caught a little bit of T-Bull's YouTuber-itis from that video that he recently did, you know, his introduction. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we're starting to reverse now because we've lost almost half of our hit points to a combination of fire from the Iowa, who I believe is firing HE at us, and of course the Fiji's nasty armor-piercing rounds just shredding our superstructure. We want to kind of get out of the thick of things here. There's no reason for us to be pushed up so far forward yet. Anyway, the friendly destroyer has succeeded in flipping the Bravo cap. We own it. Does not appear to be in danger of being taken by the enemies. We are on fire again because the Iowa does know or apparently he knows one of the weaknesses of the Jean Bart, which is that it likes to get lit on fire, even with the anti-fire build on Guprat. How much is that build helping me right now? I don't know, you be the judge. I feel like I was lit on fire fewer times during the course of this battle than I usually would be in the Jean Bart if I was using Robert Chauchard in place of Cuprat. Now, though, we have backed so far away from everything that we are unspotted. And so this gives us the opportunity to push up again, but this time in a more thoughtful way. The Fiji is certainly close enough to be able to spot us, but because he's behind the island, we don't really have to worry about that. And we have what appears to be a nice gap, unoccupied currently by any enemy ships, between these two islands that we are now sailing toward. I guess it's more like 4 islands, but you get the idea. Anyway, we're going to sail for these islands as quickly as possible. We don't really want to get spotted by the Fiji. We don't want him to see what we are doing. He's giving broadside, so kind of hoping this salvo is going to take him out. Of course, he spots us when we fire it, but that's okay. We've nearly made it to cover. The result of our salvo is a very disappointing 1,100 damage from a single overpenetration. Gonna have to try to see if we can't remedy that as we come around the corner here and meet the Fiji once more. But the Jean Bart, I know conventional wisdom is, as soon as the game starts, you kick this thing into reverse, back all the way up to the Jean Barrier, or Jean Barrier, whatever, as Tactic Angel calls it, and then spend the rest of the game sniping. If you do that, you may not be able to land hits like that on Fiji and take him out. We're up to 44,000 damage right now, although we have lost about half, a little bit less than half of our hit points. Could regain a little bit of it back with our heal, but we're not going to do that yet. We've got broadside shots on an Iowa. And of course we get hit really hard in the side from somebody we can't see, but we hit the Iowa extremely hard in return. He's still giving broadside, so we've popped the reload booster, the Jean Bart's built-in punishing tool for battleships making mistakes, and we only need one more salvo to take the Iowa down. So that's 2 kills in the span of a few moments, and we're gonna go on a bit of a rampage here. You know, the new campaign, the Lone Survivor campaign that is currently going on, for which the Tier 7 USS Wichita is the prize. In this second week of the campaign, there is your usual weekly Havocs that you can complete, and then there is an optional task called Weekly Havoc Hard Mode that requires you to get a Kraken unleashed in a game. Now, back in the good old days of World of Warships Legends, and I say good old days with a healthy dose of facetiousness, but back in those days, every campaign had a requirement for you to get a Kraken Unleashed medal somewhere in it. Also had requirements like get 140,000 damage in a single game. I think that's coming on the hard mode in next week's Weekly Havoc. But now it's back, and it's completely optional. You don't have to do it, but if you do complete all of the hard mode tasks, then you will be able to unlock the prized ship Wichita a week earlier than anybody who didn't complete all of those tasks. And that, of course, is my goal, because I want to play the Wichita and make a video on it. Now, as far as getting a Kraken, very difficult to do that on demand. I'm not some kind of Unicum player. I'd rate myself as comfortably above average, I think. And, you know, I can't get a Kraken on command. Never could when those campaigns were a thing, still can't now. But if you want to make yourself more likely to get a Kraken, here is my advice. Take out a ship that you know you can do well in. I can do pretty well in the Jean Bart. I think probably a lot of people can. It's not the most difficult ship in the world to play. And the Jean Bart causes great damage and is capable of taking enemies out relatively quickly. Now, we almost get the kill on the Scharnhorst there, but of course he goes down. Still only up to 2 kills, 99,000 damage done, so we've got a little ways to go. Anyway, back to my advice. Take out a ship that you know you can do well in, and a ship that is excellent at causing damage. That could be a cruiser, where you do a lot of damage over time, burn ships down, get the last hit on nearly dead enemy ships, as we did with that Helena there. Or it could be a battleship, where you go for those big knockout punches. It could even be a destroyer with quick cycling torps, maybe the Udachi, or perhaps the Tashkent, if you're feeling adventurous. Just some ship that you're comfortable in, that you know you can do well in, and then just try to have a good game. I never seem to be able to get Krakens when I'm trying to get them. Instead, they just tend to happen whenever I'm having a good game, and that's kind of what we're doing here. Now, we are down to 31,000 hit points, but at this stage in the game, I think that's kind of where you want to be in the Jean Bart. Contrary to conventional wisdom, this ship is really not a backline sniping battleship. Don't think you're going to have a lot of success doing that. It is incredibly fast, and it's got all its firepower at the front, pretty darn maneuverable, which should give you an indication that this is a speedy flanking battleship. And what you want to do is try to do what I've done in this game against that Iowa, and get into positions safely where you can flank the enemy and where you have access to their broadside. If you do that, you're going to have quite a bit more success than if you reverse into Oblivion and shoot targets 17 kilometers out. Helps if you use Guprat over Xiaojard, because your maximum firing range will be limited, and that will force you to push up a little bit more. Now, we've got what was a full health Jean Bart staring us down. He is currently distracted by our teammate. Since we took the single torpedo that was coming around that island, because for whatever reason I potatoed and couldn't avoid it, we have a significant hit points disadvantage. But luckily, we're pretty familiar with the Jean Bart. We know its weaknesses. This Jean Bart is opting for the fire game. I opt for the destroy his turrets game, and I win by destroying a single turret permanently and taking out the other one temporarily. Now he has to pop damage control if he wants to be able to shoot back at me, and so I have the HE loaded, because I know if he pops damage control, it'll be on cooldown, and then I will be able to light him on fire. So I do light him on fire. I think he popped his damage control to repair his turret, because he is still on fire, and I do believe he shot back at me. Now, I am still on fire, of course, so my next goal here, as this fire goes out, is to take out his other turret. Now, in a brilliant stroke of luck, I took out the forward-firing turret and not the super-firing one behind it. The second turret, the one that's raised higher, is much easier to take out than that first one, so if you somehow manage to get a stroke of luck and take out that first turret, taking out the second turret is a cinch. All you have to do, aim at it, shoot the guns, you'll take it out. We took it out there again temporarily, he's repaired it, and with this salvo, we take it out permanently. Now, the enemy Jean Bart here has no firepower whatsoever, apart from his secondaries. So, what we want to do is immediately kick it into reverse, just in case he decides to go for the ram. Not going to let him have that honor. We want to make sure we take him out ourselves. Now, we are on 2,400 hit points, which is a dangerous situation to be in. The secondaries on the Jean Bart are perfectly capable of starting another fire on me. Although I am running that anti-fire build, and that may be what is saving my life here. I don't know. But, in any case, we're reversing now. There are times where you should reverse in the Jean Bart, and this is one of them. You just want to, employ that tactic a little bit more sparingly than, you know, the typical Jean Bart captain. Anyway, we've got 3 kills. We've racked up 145,000 damage. Not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but the clock is about to tick down, and there will only be 59 seconds left in a moment. So it's pretty important if we want this Kraken to take down the Jean Bart. Now, an Akatsuki appears. He is on incredibly low health. We just need to tap him with a single shell, and he will go down as our 4th kill. So, pretty quick turret traverse. Turrets are on target. We shoot the Akatsuki, take him down for a 4th kill. Speeding up now, we've got the propulsion mod. It saves us from immediate death, and we have just a little less than 30 seconds to kill this Jean Bart. Our secondaries have lit him on fire. I think this is the 2nd fire they lit on him. He's on almost no health. The clock is about to tick down to 0, and with 11 seconds left, the Jean Bart explodes because of our fire, awarding us the Kraken Unleashed medal and securing the victory for our team. So you see my progress on the Wichita campaign go up by 125 renown with that Kraken Unleashed. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed playing the game quite a bit. And, you know, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. We're almost at 1,000, so big stuff when that happens. Anyway, see you next time. Goodbye.